Could you use a quick tip daily? How about a tip that can impact your day? My name is Raphael. Join me as I bring you tips by experts around the world. These experts have shared their knowledge and wisdom with me and will directly share them with you. Make sure to subscribe, like, follow, and comment, and I would love for you to become part of the New Tip Daily community. Good morning. Happy Business Monday, my friends. Welcome back to New Tip Daily, episode number 161. I want to discuss how business can benefit by using influencers. We need to learn to use influencers to market our business. Listen, by harnessing, by grabbing them, think about a planting, right? The power of social media, we need to plant ourselves into it. But sometimes we may not have the reach to target our audiences. And then you also have to know who your audiences are. So we can have the boots on the ground, if you will, with influencers. Influencers have been transforming the marketing landscape in recent years. They really have made a huge impact, and so many of them have truly made a name for themselves. The rise of influencer marketing and its effectiveness, I can't even talk this morning, its effectiveness are reaching target audiences exponentially, and it truly has exploded. In the age of social media dominance, everywhere you go, everyone is talking about all the different platforms that social media are on. The influencers have emerged as a powerful voices capable of influencing consumer behavior and driving brand awareness. That's the key, driving brand awareness. So let's dive into this phenomenon and explore how businesses can leverage influencer marketing to connect with their target audiences effectively. One of the things that a lot of research on your end and my end we have to do is, where are our audiences hanging out? Is it Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, Snapchat? Where are they? Vine, Vimeo, where are they? Now Ramble. I mean, there's so many different platforms. Also, different countries. Some of them are bigger than others. So many large businesses are looking at influencers to help guide new customers their way. Here are some of the top influencers currently. KB Lame, number of followers. Listen to this. 80 million. That's right. I said that correctly. KB Lame, number of followers, 80 million. What's his attraction to people? It's comedy and lifestyle. So where did they get their start? They got it on TikTok. Now here's another one. Number 2, top 2 so far. Huda Beauty, number of followers, 51.9 million. And on their own personal account, 2.6 million. Wow. And what they talk about is beauty. And where did they get their start? You guessed it, YouTube. There's a lot of beauty tips on YouTube, tons. Whatever beauty tips you want, go to YouTube. Instagram is having them now. TikTok is having some. Let's go to number 3. Lily Pons, Lele, Lele, I think. Number of followers, 50.5 million. 50.5 million. And what's their genre? Entertainment. Where did they get their start? Vine. Number 4, Charlie D'Amelio. Number of followers, 28.4 million. That's nothing to sneeze at. That is nothing to sneeze at. I know the other ones are like 50 million and above, but even at number 4, 28.4 million, oof, genre, entertainment. Where did they get their start? On TikTok. So let's discuss the ways that we can use influencers to leverage our own marketing on social media. Let's begin by understanding and defining the influencer marketing. Influencer marketing involves collaborating with influential individuals who have dedicated a dedicated following on social media. Whatever platform it is that you want to be prevalent on, you need to see who the top ones are. Some of them, they charge in order to promote your, this is how they make so much money. Big name brands are asking them to promote their stuff. Maybe they're doing a beauty tip, and then somebody says, well, I have a beauty line. Can you use this beauty line? They'll send them free products. They'll pay them to call it out. Sometimes they don't even use their products. They just say it, and the numbers come in, and they keep using them because guess what? It's sometimes cheaper than television. I know. And they get better results. So we need to use them to promote our products. There's different levels of influencers. You can get some who just know how to do things right, and maybe it'll cost you a couple of $1,000s. Some are going to charge you quite a bit. Depends on how often they're going to talk about you or your product. So just like the 4 I just mentioned, influencers have established trust. I almost say crust because I want to say trust and credibility and the expertise in a specific niche. It allows them to sway consumers' opinions and purchase decisions. That's why big brands are starting to use them. They haven't just started, they've been using them, but they're using them even more. So, how do you become an influencer? Maybe you never will. I probably never will. But can we use them to our benefit? Can we use them to promote our upcoming events, our products, our services? You better believe for the right price, they will help you. So they're macro influencers. So celebrities, industry experts, and then micro influencers, niche specific individuals with a smaller but highly effective and engaged audience. And then there's nano influencers, everyday consumers with a modest following. So influencers often build strong connections with their followers. That is key. The reason people continue following them is because of the content they put out. How often do they put stuff out? I've even had influencers on my coaching call podcast. Why? Because I wanted to know what makes them tick and what got them started. So if you're interested, take a look at my coaching call podcast. I have getting close to 300 episodes. So fostering trust that translates into brand loyalty. That's what influencers do. They have the ability to reach specific demographics, enabling businesses to target niche markets effectively. Here's the thing that we need to realize. Influencers generated content, the generated content that they produce creates a higher engagement, and their rates reflect that, how much they charge you to help them out, to promote your brand. It's a lot cheaper than the traditional advertising methods that we know of. So, seeing influencers endorse a product or service provides social proof, influencing consumer behavior and purchase decision. Businesses should align their brand values and target audiences demographics with those the influencers who are in that area, that niche, if you will. And who do you partner with? Who are the ones that you listen? If somebody's doing beauty products and that's not what you want to promote, that's not the influencer you want. So brands and influencers mostly focus on creating genuine and relevant content that resonates with their audience. So maintaining transparency. Listen, disclosing paid partnership could be crucial to maintaining transparency and building trust with your consumers, with your audience at this point, because they may be your audience, but they may not be your consumers yet. Keyword, yet. So, ensuring relevance and authenticity, brands must ensure that the influencer's content aligns with their brand image and values. Hello, Budweiser, or anyone else who's using influencers. Could they hurt you or could they help you? You have to be careful because one wrong move can make a huge, huge difference. So, dealing with influencers, there is fraud. So, you need to do your due diligence. It is essential in verifying the authenticity and credibility of the influencers you want to work with. You want to avoid any nonsense. Listen, you want to harness the power of influencers, but you don't want the headaches. So you have to do your due diligence. You have to ask them 1,000 questions before you even consider working with them. And then here's the thing, you should watch what content they put out there and who their followers are. That's my tip. If you're going to use an influencer, who are they influencing? Are they influencing the people you want as your customers? Are they? So, listen, influencers can definitely tap into an audience. They can reach, they can have engagement, they can drive a brand awareness and even loyal consumers. However, it is important to approach an influencer carefully, planning, focusing, and genuine collaborations. Here's the other thing, you need to maintain transparency. You need to have a clause in there that if they start talking about things that don't reflect what you want, that you can pull out. You have to have that clause in there. And maybe even have they may have to say, hey, we no longer have this brand because their values are somewhat different than ours. So you have to have some type of clause in that you need to protect yourself because, hey, you know what? Sometimes influencers just go with the trends and your message might not be with the trend or with what the trend is. So you have to realize what it is for your business that's going to be the most effective. It is a digital landscape and it continues to evolve. Influencer marketing is expected to play an even more significant role in shaping consumer behavior and driving business growth in the near future. It's only growing. And with more platforms that are coming out, man, there's so many. Some influencers are really great in one platform, okay in another one, but they're growing in the other one. So you may want to say, hey, you know what? You may have 50 million here, but you only have 10 million here. I want to advertise here. What does it cost me to advertise where you have the 10 million? What does it cost me to advertise where you have the 50 million? And then do a comparison. Maybe say for the next year, as long as your followers don't drop below 10 million, I'm going to go here at this price, even if it grows to be 20 million, because it'll be to your benefit if they grow. So thank you so much for joining me today. I know I rambled on a little bit because I am so passionate about sending out the right message to you, to helping you understand that business is tricky. Business is changing, and you need to have your finger on the pulse every day. And sometimes having an influencer helping you build your brand. Listen, why do you think the big brands, Coca-Cola, cars, all of these soda companies, all these McDonald's, they don't use influencers as much if you think about that because of the amount of locations they have. But remember Wendy's, they created influencers. Remember Where's the Beef with the little old lady, and she was almost like you would say mascot. And remember Time to Make the Donuts with the guy with the mustache. So they created their own influencers. That's back in the day before social media really kicked it in. But a lot of big name brands are still paying lots of money to celebrities to help them win over new customers. So now with social media, smaller businesses can employ influencers at a much cheaper price. Take care of your business and do what's right for your business. Thank you so much for joining me today. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. I really would appreciate it if you followed my channels, if you followed me on social media. Not that I'm not an influencer, but I just want to be able to share these tips with you. And if you hear of any tip, I love to hear about them. If a tip resonates with you, please let me know. Definitely go to my YouTube, like, subscribe, go to my Facebook, like, subscribe. I would love to hear some of your tips. If you want to follow me on Instagram, it's Fitness by Raphael. Thank you so much. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Make sure to have an exceptional day. Take care.